Alright, so now we can look at the two examples given on the board. We can have a look at the two examples given on the board. Question 1 reads, calculate the circumference of the circle whose diameter is 7 centimeters rather, whose radius, we put radius here, okay, whose radius is 7 centimeters, of course, even diameter. Right. We can move on. Calculate the circumference of the circle whose radius is 7 centimeters. Now, in this case, what we need to do here is first to gather the data. We need to gather the data. Okay? What are we given? What are we not given? Calculate the circumference of the circle. So what are we calculating? We are calculating the circumference. So we don't know the circumference. This is our data, of course. So it's our data. We don't know the circumference, okay, of this circle. Whose radius is? We are given the radius. We name it. The radius will be represented by a small letter r, which is 7 centimeters. We know that this French term known as pi, it has a specific value, which is 22/7 or 3.142. So for easy calculations, of course, we can go by 22/7. This will really help us. So having collected this data, it's easier for us now to find the circumference. What we need to do is we simply find the formula which has this data collected. So we have the radius. So this means that we can have this formula which can quickly help us, okay, without thinking too much. So our circumference is equal to 2 times. Now we have the pi, which is 22/7 times. Do you have the radius? Yes, this one here. So we have 7 what? Centimeters, right? So our circumference is equal to, this is over 1/1. We can manipulate, we can do our calculations there. So this 7 and that 7 goes, we remain with 2 and 22. So we simply multiply there. So you get 44 as the answer. If you multiply 2 times 22, you get 44 as your answer. That means you are done with question 1. We can move on to question 2, which says find the radius of the circle. Okay? Find the radius of the circle. So here we are finding the radius which we don't know, given that the circumference of the circle is 7 centimeters. We are given the circumference which is 44 centimeters. Alright? And we know that the pi is as usual, which is 22/7. So, having given this data, we can now move on and plug in. Simple? Alright, so we can introduce our formula, which is 2 pi r. So this is our formula that can help us to find the radius. We are given the circumference, which is 44 centimeters. So you can write 44 centimeters here. Okay, we have 2 times, you know the pi, which is 22/7 times. You have the radius? No. This is what we are finding. So we can multiply this one by r. So you have the 44, which is equal to, you can multiply this one times that one. 2 times 22, you will get 44/7 times what? R. So I don't have space here. I will simply carry over this to the other side here, which is 44 is equal to 44/7 times R. Alright, so what do we do now? What do we do here? What we are going to do here is say over 1. So we multiply R times 44. So you have 44 is equal to 44 times R. You have 44R/7. Okay? So we want to reciprocate now. Okay? We want to get rid of this. So what do? You can reciprocate here by saying 7/44. What you've done here, that's what you do in this side here, times 7/44. Okay, so this one and this one go, and that one and that one go, you remain with R, which is equal 2. So we have 7 times 44 over 44. So when you multiply this one times that one there, you divide by 44. That's the expression which is here. So our radius is going to be this 44 and that 44 goes off. You remain with what? With the 7 centimeters. So that's the radius of our circle. Wow. If you have any question to ask, please you can ask me through the YouTube, WhatsApp.